So I guess I'm really lucky to live somewhere where I've got easy access to hills and beautiful skies. You can see the weather happening in front of you. You watch the sky change minute to minute, really. And I take so many photographs. I take hundreds and hundreds of photographs. I rarely refer back to them, but it's part of my process, I guess. Photographing the sky kind of helps to cement that feeling in my brain, that feeling of being really small and quite insignificant in something so huge.
So when I begin a piece, I quite literally come down in the morning and make myself a coffee, and I try to make sure that I paint in the mornings during the winter because the light is best. And sometimes I've got an idea of what I want to paint. And certainly if I'm doing a commissioned piece, then I've got a relatively strong idea of where I'm going with a painting. But more often than not, I paint entirely intuitively.
I work in acrylics, always, because I'm maybe slightly impatient and I'm an impulsive painter. When I'm approaching a painting, I'm looking to not directly recreate what I see when I look up, but it's more of a feeling. I've lived in Cheltenham pretty much all my life, and I grew up here. I moved away for university and college, and then I became a broadcast journalist. So I worked in TV for a number of years, and then I moved back here and had my family here. I didn't come back to art until my children were small. I went on a local drawing course. As soon as I started drawing, when I got on that course, I thought, yeah, actually, this is exactly what I need to be doing, and why haven't I done it for so long? And that set me on my course of discovering my style. And I think when you're an artist, you're always looking for your own style, because there's a pressure that you put on yourself and that you feel externally as well to find who you are as an artist and to be recognised for your own style. I can get caught up with thinking, what has sold? What has been popular? What do people feed back the most to me on social media? What, on Instagram, what's lighting people's fires? And that's where your creativity can start to shrink down a little bit. You tighten up if you're constantly trying to think about how you might sell your work. A day like today is kind of perfect because you've got shifting light, you've got moving clouds, you've got wind blowing the trees, and there's a real sense of drama. And I guess that's what the sky is all about, and that's what I try to recreate in my work, is that sense of drama, that sense of perspective, and the kind of awe and the feelings that a view like this, that looking out and looking up over something like this evokes.
I'm an impulsive painter, and I like to get things done. I like the fact that the acrylics dry so quickly and give me that ability to go back over the layers. And blending is a really important part of my process, and so I use these enormous brushes, very, very little paint really. And I have a technique where I circle and then pull the paint through. And some little white houses over there. So when I put little white houses in my paintings, I know it really infuriates some people. I don't always do it, but just every now and then I feel the need to pop one in. People find the more abstract ones harder to relate to, and quite often I've had exhibitions where people have said, oh, you see that little white house, that reminds me of that walk, you know, that place in Cornwall or that place in Wales, or do you remember that holiday we went on? And so they connect with my work a little bit more because they recognise something that they know within it. But they mean something to me and to the people who then look at the work. They don't all need to be amazing works of art that you're going to sell, and you know, you can just paint sometimes, and that was actually quite helpful. But I think actually teaching people to paint, which is what I now spend a lot of my time doing, has meant that I actually, maybe I'm a bit, you know, I've got to practice what I preach, haven't I? So I think I'm maybe a bit kinder to myself.
So one thing that people have asked me is, would I teach? Do I do tuition? Is there anything that I can do to help them learn or progress? So I thought, right, that's what I'll do. So I've set up a tuition business where people come to me and they bring a massive canvas and we paint a painting in one day. Some people come along because they're artists themselves and they want to just try something different. Some people are trying to get into art and they want to learn from as many people as they can. But a lot of people come to me who maybe haven't even picked up a brush since they were at school. Or maybe it's a gift, you know. I have a lot of people coming for big birthday presents or anniversary presents. And they come with their family or their partner or their friends. And they make a day of it. And it's lovely. It's really lovely. I love watching people start off a little bit anxious and I watch them sort of tentatively take those first brush strokes. And I try and teach with a lot of humour and kindness, and I cook for them as well. We sit around, we have a nice meal, we look at what they've done, and then after lunch I go in and I help them as much as they'd like me to help them. That's a surprising turn of events, I think. I don't think I expected to teach, but it's something I really love.